Town Hall 8 Clan War attacks with unusual armies and somewhat strange strategies in today's episode. Welcome back, fellow Clashers, or if it's your first time here, thank you so much for checking out Clash of Clans attacks, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, because today we are talking about Town Hall 8 Clan War attacks, breaking down some somewhat unusual attack strategies, getting right into the replays with a use of Valkyries at Town Hall 8 from Will the Beast of Full Attack. Now, Will has also brought a pair of heal spells, a few balloons, so we'll see how that works out later on, but the heal spells do seem to make sense because those Valkyries pretty high in hit points, and they definitely can use the healing in the middle of the base. Now, much like a regular go wipe attack, we see the wizards clearing those surrounding structures, and that's going to make sure that those Valkyries head towards the center, but it doesn't look like Will has any remaining wall breakers, and of course no jump spells, so these Valkyries, along with the king, are going to have to work their way through some higher level walls to get towards that Town Hall enclosure. Now, a very dangerous dragon has emerged from the clan castle, but it looks like it's going to aggro on the golem. Some wizards going to try to work on the dragon there as the Valkyries are in behind. Luckily, not getting targeted from that dragon. That could mean disaster. Now, the heal spell trying to keep them up. There is the rage spell right in the middle. Giant bomb, not as much of a concern as it would be for, say, Hog Riders. And there goes the Town Hall for the first star. 48% damage already, but the dragon has turned around, chasing down the king and the Valkyries. The king using his Iron Fist, and finally, the wizards take out that dragon before we lose a couple of them to a giant bomb. And now, once again, those units are facing those higher level walls, trying to work their way out. There come the balloons, though, taking out those wizard towers at the bottom of the screen. So that works out really well, saving the damage on those remaining wizards. The balloons are down, except for we got a few more up here towards the top right. So perhaps a really smart use of the balloons, taking out all of those defensive structures on the right-hand side on the top of the village. And before you know it, we have no defensive structures remaining, 79% damage. And now it's just a matter of, will these balloons, wizards, and the level 10 Barbarian King be able to get through the rest of these structures in time? And luckily for Will, pretty much all of the remaining structures except for a pair of gold mines are on the outside at this point, and that is really going to make the difference, not having to face any more of these higher level walls at Town Hall 8. And the units working their way through, the wizards on the outside shooting over the walls, the balloons catching up as well. And one last builder's hut in the corner, and that will wrap up a fantastic 3-star attack at Town Hall 8. And moving right along, we're looking at Buckeye Gal, a Town Hall 8 attacking a Town Hall 9. Technically, let's call this a Town Hall 8.5, no expos. But there is a little level 2 Archer Queen defending in the center of the village. Now, as the golems move in, let's notice Buckeye Gal used 3 golems and just deployed 1 of her 2 P.E.K.K.A. here in behind those golems, along with the Barbarian King. She is saving the last P.E.K.K.A. in the clan castle, and we'll see that kind of an unusual strategy as the units are moving in towards the center, once again facing higher level walls without jump spells or wall breakers to get through. And there is the clan castle deployment way on the outside. Buckeye Gal sending that P.E.K.K.A. on an intentional P.E.K.K.A. go round around the outside of the village, and that actually is going to work out very well. The last rage spell down on the inside, the king after the Barbarian King defending, and of course the Town Hall. There is the first star, lots of wizards on the inside, and the king, the golems are going to help protect those wizards, and that should make all the difference in this attack. That, and of course, the P.E.K.K.A. go round going counterclockwise, destroying structure after structure, one-shotting most of them on her way around the outside, and that has brought this attack up to 58% damage. But Buckeye Gal, of course, has her eyes set on a 3-star victory right now, as this is going to be a very tight clan war against an 8.5 clan. You can see on the right-hand side, wizards working on that mortar, and that is going to save the P.E.K.K.A. time. The P.E.K.K.A. turns around, she goes back around the outside, and now working on yet another wall, going after that closest structure. So somewhat improved AI, being a little bit more efficient there. And now again, the wizards redirecting, heading towards the top of the village, and we see we have 2 full-size golems remaining, despite the fact that the king is down. Between those golems and this mass of wizards off to the right-hand side, at least half a dozen. they should be more than enough to get through these last structures. Last mortar just about out of the way, and that leaves only 3 archer towers. Lots of higher level walls to get through, but between the P.E.K.K.A. and all these wizards, they go down almost instantaneously. 87% damage. The gold storage goes down. The last 2 archer towers, the only thing to try to stop this attack from a 3-star. But Buckeye Gal, with so many units still up, not a question, never a problem. This is going to be a 3-star attack for Buckeye Gal and full attack. So as we move on to our next Clan War replay, we've got a returning all-star from Full Attack. That's none other than JRCJ. We've seen some great attacks from him in the past. And here comes another Hog Rider attack. Just Hog Riders this time at Town Hall 8, and a very dangerous base layout to face with Hog Riders. So many spots for potential 2 giant bombs. There was one right there, didn't happen, but the units are going to move in. JR very patiently drawing out that extremely dangerous balloon and dragon, especially towards Hog Riders. So once the dragon's all the way on the outside, slowly using a few archers, barbarians, and then some wizards, and they should be able to take that dragon out despite all of that splash damage. Great use of barbarians, the dragon chasing after them while the wizards move in from behind. So it takes several units to get them down, but eventually the wizards and this other dragon get down the Clan Castle troops. JR having to use that dragon, but the dragon also very effective at cleanup behind Hog Riders. So now the Hog Riders starting to move in, and again, like we've seen in past episodes, a careful deployment of Hog Riders, not just sending in all of them at once or even 2 big streams. This is definitely more of a surgical deployment, just a few Hog Riders at a time, making sure that he doesn't lose an entire pack to giant bombs. Well-placed heal spells, again, trying to get in front of the Hog Riders, always critical to predict their path, not to place them where the Hog Riders are, but where the Hog Riders are going to be. Like you see here, just about every single Hog Rider utilizing that second heal spell, and now more Hog Riders in from the top of the screen. Great deployment, just enough to get through each outside defensive structure before they do group up together. A little more dangerous now as they're all right in a tight group, but the last heal spell again in front of the Hog Riders, keeping them up, and they are going to face off with the last of the defensive structures. There goes a poison spell to take out those skeletons. Dragon is still doing cleanup work. The Barbarian King still has his Iron Fist, and that was it for defensive structures. Right there you can see a giant bomb triggered, and as the Hog Riders move, there is the other giant bomb. So JR just barely skirting disaster and not triggering both of those giant bombs at the same time. No heal spell in the world will save Hog Riders from a pair of giant bombs triggered at the same time. So here it comes, the very end of JR's attack, wrapping up a beautiful Hog Rider attack. I am definitely envious of JR's Hog Rider skill. Maybe I'll have to get in there and practice some more, but there it is, a 3-star win for Full Attack. And while we lost the war, we had a major milestone. Full Attack hit level 7, so congratulations to them and to anybody else who has a clan at level 7. Awesome to see so many high-level clans working their way towards level 10. So thanks again, you guys, for watching all the way to the end of this episode. Please don't forget to check out my other episodes. Let me know what else you guys would like to see in future episodes, and of course, I will always listen, and I will always be back tomorrow with more Full Attacks. Galadon, you always listen, eh? How about listening to those who say, free pizza $17?